Good morning, or whenever you're watching this, I suppose. I feel exactly how I look, tired. But today's race day, so I'm getting amped up. But it's early morning and we're loading up. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. I'd greatly appreciate it and help me grow this thing up a little bit so I can share in my ridiculous adventures with everyone. Today is race day, and today's actually a very special day because, well, let me show you. Today, as of recording, is June 15th, I believe, and 6 years ago today, I won my first race. We're hoping to get back to victory lane today. That would be nice. Obviously, there's no give-ins in racing, and there's no guarantees in life, so we're loading up right now. It's 8 something in the morning. Woke up with a gigantic migraine, so that's great. We're off to a good start. And I didn't get any sleep, so even better start. However, I did go through and have a bunch of problems yesterday where I was very glad I took the day off of work because I put in at least 8 hours on this car that I didn't expect to put in. Let me show you what I did. I have a story. This distributor was not in the car yesterday. This one over here, which is the one that lost the coil at the icebreaker, was in the car because I repaired it. I put a new coil in it and I ran it and it sounded fine. However, something in my head told me to change to this one. Not just once, but like every time I came in here to work on the car, it said you should change that distributor. And I'm like, why? It runs fine. The voice in my head said, because you'll lose. And I don't know what that means, but I'm like, okay, well, I don't know what's broken on that one, but okay, I'll change it if you say so, voice in my head. So I changed it. However, I didn't realize what the voice meant until I started the car and checked the timing to get it. You know, I got to warm it up and set, advance and all that. But what happened was, you can see nice shiny parts here. My old water pump sprung a leak on the back cover. A pinhole formed and the back had rotted out because we use just water in these cars. And it blew a hole through my water pump and was pouring water, as you can see by the rust stains, all over the floor. So I made a run to Napa, found this pump on the shelf for 50 bucks, swapped everything over, put some pipe plugs in it, and threw some water in, and we're good to go. So was I going to lose because the distributor was bad? Or because I didn't run the car? Now, if I'd gotten in the car without changing the distributor, I only would have run the thing long enough to get it in the trailer, then to get it back out of the trailer when I'm at the racetrack. And I never would have known that that water pump was bad because it didn't build up enough pressure just idling it around until it got hot. I got hot while I was doing the distributor work, and then it blew out. So did that save me? It's just a weird thing. Anyway, I got a lot to do. There's a lot that I didn't show on my videos because I share, a lot of my work with my audience, and a lot of my audience are the people I race against. And I didn't show everything. So when I showed you how much the car moved after I did work, it wasn't exactly how much it moved. So I hold a lot of secrets to my chest. Like I said, I change the shocks in the car when I do videos so that nobody knows what I'm running. And I change the shocks up front. I change a lot of things. And it wastes so much time. But I do it because I want to be neurotic, I suppose. But again, you gotta hide your stuff in oval track racing. If it was drag racing, it doesn't really matter, because everybody's got different stuff. But in stuff with this type of car and rule packages that you have to push the envelope, you have to hide things. So anyway, let's get to work. We got a car to load. I got to get it off the jack stands. Yes, I used jack stands instead of my quick jacks this time because I just needed it quick in the air and I had to get it off the pads, and taking it off my scale pads with the quick jacks is not easy because they fold over onto them, so I just use jacks and jack stands, but that doesn't matter anyway, and you're probably bored by it. So anyway, let's get some time lapse going. I got a lot of work to do. Well, now that it's finally in the box for today, and I haven't actually had this car out since I started working on the rear end and those 2 previous videos I sent you. This floor is disgusting. You probably can't see it, but that's all metal flake and rubber pieces from changing the water pump. And is that a spider? A spider. I can hear the squirrels trying to get into my bird feeder, so I'm gonna go yell at them real quick. I'm gonna sweep this crap up, and I got a few hours to go, so at least I'm early so that I can take my time and make sure I got everything with me and I don't have to panic or anything. If I hadn't taken the day off yesterday to work on this car, I would be panicking because I'd be changing a water pump last minute and I wouldn't even be able to go to Napa and get one. But fingers crossed, this little 1970 Chevy C10 water pump that I got for 50 bucks from Napa holds in there, because I mean, I got a backup that I cobbled together, but it's new. So fingers crossed. Let's hope for the best, and I'll see you at the track. So I got an update for you. Car is trash. Complete and utter garbage. All that work that I did doesn't really do anything. So if I thought I was going back to the drawing board, I'm going completely back to the drawing board, because what I tried before that was pretty quick doesn't work anymore. So I gotta figure something out. We're not good. I don't expect a lot out of this race, and I hate to say that, but we're gonna keep fighting. I'll keep making adjustments. We've already made a ton of adjustments. I've basically played with 17 rounds of wedge so far, and it got a little better, but I also tried a spring change and the car did not like. So I'll give it another shot. I don't think I'm gonna put the camera on for the heat race because that just takes up too much time and it doesn't really tell much of the story. I'll give you another update after that though. We're gonna do our best. We haven't been that great all day. I don't really know what to say other than we're gonna try, and that's all I can do. I don't expect a lot, but we're gonna try. That's all. Call in the professionals.
It's all right. 9.
Yeah, I think I was 9. It's still tight in. I think I gotta play with the front end now because it's just not turning in. Not anymore. Same shirt, different day. See what I did there? I don't really know what to tell you. I don't. I got nothing. I am completely speechless. Because we had such high expectations going into this, thinking that all the work that I did would make the car better. And in reality, the car was worse. I don't know. I don't know if we screwed up the setup. I don't know if I didn't quite do all the work that I needed to do. I don't really know what happened. All I know is the car was probably the worst thing that I've ever driven at the racetrack. And that's saying a lot. I mean, when you go down the straightaway, it's fine. And that's the only positive thing I could say about it. That's all. It went down the straightaway just fine. So I suppose that's a win, because it didn't even do that before. But even with the rear end all bound up, for some reason, I could actually be in the front of the pack. Now with the rear end supposedly not bound up anymore, it's barely a top 10 car. We went backwards after doing all this work. So I don't know what to do. I'm kind of over it. I'm over sucking. I'm over having a bad time. If I wanted to have a bad time, I'd go fishing in the rain. At least that's cheaper. The only plus side is, like I said, it goes in a straight line, and I don't have a driveline vibration anymore. That's it. That's it. I don't think we learned anything, and I don't think we did enough to really move ourselves forward in any way. Like, I was hoping that this thing would be lights out fast because we got the bind out of it, and in return it was utter trash. Complete opposite end of the spectrum. But there's no driveline vibration. I don't know. You saw it when I pulled it in. The right rear height is way high now, and I don't know why it's that high. I guess I'll dig into it. The body is real beat in, as you saw. It's got a shelf right about here in the midsection. Just racing deal. My little box I made for the exhaust got beat up, which I'm kind of sad about because I did a lot of work to that. But if you want something to look nice and not get beat up, build a hot rod. So I got to dig into this thing again. I don't really know what to do because obviously all the weeks and weeks of work and hard labor that we put into this wasn't the problem. So I got some parts on order because I don't have any suspension parts for the rear of the car. It's all stock or real kind of garbage that I had laying around because I don't have any parts left anymore. They're all bent or broken. So I had to use a gift card that my brother got me to buy parts, which thank you, I appreciate it. And we're gonna tear the front end apart now, as well as the rear end. Go back through the entire car again. I might call in reinforcements for all of this and completely redo it once more. They say that nothing good ever comes easily. Well, racing is one of those things where it's never come easily ever. Like, I've gotten the occasional win here and there, but it took me 9 years of this to get there. And I thought I was over that. Apparently I'm not. I can't even race on iRacing without finishing last now. So I'm gonna have to do a lot of soul searching, but how much longer do I beat my head against a wall and do something that I'm not enjoying before I say to hell with it and move on? We'll see. I still enjoy driving. I just don't really like working on it anymore because it's a drain on my entire life and my family, and I'm doing it by myself. So I'm gonna get my trailer cleaned out. I'm gonna assess what's wrong with this thing, and we'll see what happens in the next video. So thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. We'll hit subscribe if you enjoyed depressing garbage content, and we'll see what I got coming for the next video because I don't have anything in the pipeline. I guess we go racing in another month, but maybe it'll be something else. So thank you all again. I appreciate it, and I'll see you all next time.